Bryan Brigade, Manchester United need to pull the trigger. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome. Happy Monday. Congratulations. You made it through another one of them. Look, we can go up and down, we can go round and round, we can dress it up for what it is. And some Manchester United fans are not going to like what I'm going to say tonight. And that's okay. This is a game of opinions. My opinion is my opinion. Your opinion is your opinion. We are now on the 17th of August, and Manchester United are yet to do the business they need. Now, we've had quotes come through today, and I've got to be honest with you, when I saw the quotes, I was going to have a nice, easy show tonight, but when I saw the quotes, they made me very, very, very angry. If we go into it straight away, where's the first one I wanted to pull up for you? Because I think this is an absolute joke. So this was from Sully Talk. So apparently they've done all the work on midfielders, and it's a case of INEOS just pulling the trigger like we did with Santos and Tielemans. Heard we spoke to Newcastle recently, blah, 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 blah. Manchester United this summer have been talked to club FC. And quite frankly, now it's getting to a point where desperation is kicking in, not just for the club, but for you and I, the fans. Now, we can have nice, easy conversations, and we can sit here and we can say, do you know what? It's okay. It's fine. We've got players here who are going to do well. We've got players here that we can back to do the jobs they need to do. But the ultimate situation here is, guys, it is getting messy. Now, look, there are outgoings to the club, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I do want to talk about the outgoings. But we are now 5.5 days away from Manchester United starting their season. By the way, and in a very, very important season. Take away the result on Saturday. I calmed down on Sunday about that, which is why I didn't stream. And I think on the whole, when you look at the preseason, I think the preseason hasn't been what everybody is saying it has been. Yes, we beat Atletico Madrid. Yes, we drew against the Super Cup champions, the champions, Le Champion, PSG. Both teams were depleted, by the way. We had a lot of our first team back. We were only missing a few. This is a massive season for Manchester United. And I'm going to do my predictions for the season this week. I'm going to release that as a video. I'm terrified as to what I think I'm going to do with Manchester United. Because at the moment, we are not doing what we need to be doing. And it's so simple for INEOS to sit there and go, no, we know what we want. We're just waiting to... No, the time for waiting has come and gone, ladies and gentlemen. The time for waiting and being nice and careful has gone. It has gone. We saw Manchester City get absolutely dismantled yesterday against Arsenal. Arsenal are going to run away with it this season. They are, because they are so far ahead than most clubs in this league. Manchester City are probably the only ones that may be able to lay a glove on them. Manchester United aren't. We're nowhere near. Manchester United at the moment are, I think, so underprepared that I think that this could come all crashing down on someone that we love and adore, and that's Michael Carrick. Because the club will not blame themselves. They will blame it on the manager if results aren't what they are. Now, let us not forget that he come out on the... honestly, he come out and said, we want more. We need more. Now, look, we've had greedy managers in the past. Of course we have. We've had managers who have spent stupidly and they've gone, but I still need more. I still want more. And you sat there scratching your head going, well, they've had it. Michael Carrick, whether we want to admit it, whether we want to believe it, whether we want to disagree with it, has not been backed in the summer. He hasn't. He has been let down. He has been lied to, I think. And it's going from bad to worse. Our fixtures for the rest of this month are favourable. Excuse me. We are so fortunate that Manchester United have Ipswich and Hull. That's the same Ipswich, by the way, who have outspent Manchester United. If Manchester United were starting with an Arsenal or a Liverpool, we would be 6 points behind. We just would. Now, fortunately for Manchester United, there are still clubs out there who still need to do a lot of business. But this is dragging on far more than it should have. My timer was set till yesterday. There is no word of Manchester United bringing a player in. And yes, we can praise them for going, well, with Santos, bang, it happened. With Tielemans, bang, it happened. But it isn't happening, chat. It isn't. Let me go through the comments. We've got a lot to say today, a lot to say. We'll talk about Wolfie in a minute. I've just got off the phone to him. Ilus Carpi Legend, good to see you. Anthony Legend. Wise Man says, good evening all. Wolfie is so disillusioned. Even if we didn't sign anyone else, we would finish above them. Legend, by the way. Danny Boy Legend, I'll reply to your message, mate. Gaza Legend, he says, evening Reds, hope you're well. I hope Dan doesn't put up with any silly trolling tonight. Don't mind a bit of banter, but any fake bombers and ridiculous comments are just boring and pointless. They absolutely are. Chappie, legend. Good to see you, my dude. Jamie, absolute legend. You're all absolute legends. I'm not being impartial. Marky Boy says, good evening, Ethan Enos. We'll talk about that in a second, but Marky, you are a legend. City sold. I mean, City's fucking hell, Donnarumma. We were linked with him as well. Do you remember that? Big Dog Legend. He says, at this stage, would you take James Milner and Kyle Walker? Rio would say these two would be sensible signings. Well, that's why we don't listen to Rio Ferdinand. Robbo Legend. He says, we're still miles off City and they were dog shit yesterday. But the thing is, City will go proactive in the market this week, and that's the difference between them and us. It's disgusting. Look at what they've done. I'll keep that comment up. Look what City have done. City have been back and forth trying to get the Bouadi deal done. The second that result finished yesterday, they were like, shit, we need to get this done. Our midfield's not ready. And their midfield isn't ready. It just isn't. Hull isn't... I mean, I back us to beat Hull. I've got no issues with Hull. Jackie Boy, legend. Yes, I'll be on 12th man straight after this show. I've got to go and fly the flag for us. I think we're going to have a very cocky Dan Potts tonight. I think Potsy's going to be in a right cocky mood. Marky Boy says, Dan, I did say this, mate. The board don't rate Carrick and would hardly give him any new signings, and deadline day INEOS are selling the club. I'm not so sure. Tash, I really can't be arsed, so I'm putting you on a timeout already. Not even going to read it. Not in the mood for that one. So good to see you, mate. She says, from all the positivity at the end of last season from Manchester United fans to the dread of the upcoming season, your squad is nowhere near. Absolutely agree with that, by the way. Amias, good to see you, mate. I hope you're well. I'm very well. Thank you. Wahaha, legend as well. Look at that. All the legends are in the house. Very worrying that Sesko will be missing. We'll talk about Sesko. Right. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm going to post a couple of things that might counter your... That's absolutely... Carlos, you know you can post what you want, dude. I may not agree. You may not agree with me. That's what this channel is so good at doing. It's all about opinions. All about opinions. Who is the third midfielder? It will either be Berg or it will be Page. It won't be anybody else. We'll talk about one it could be, but I don't think it will be. Carlos, I'll start it and I'll come back to it. Right, let's get back into the news. So, what Manchester United have proven this summer, okay? What they have proven this summer above all else is that we can sell kids easily. The kids, no problem. Ethan Ennis has gone today, as someone quoted before, saying he's on a permanent move to Stockport County, 50% sell-on clause, buyback clause, matching rights on sale. Brilliant. Toby Collier is apparently reportedly going to be going to West Brom. Brilliant. This one still stings. The intention for Harry Amas to leave Manchester United this month, with sources feeling a loan is more likely than a permanent exit. That's from Simon Stone. Now, look. Manchester United this summer are sell-on FC, aren't they? Because all of the youth that we don't see playing in the first team, we have found it so simple to do our transfer dealings with that. But what Manchester United haven't been able to do, as quick as they are at getting these kids out the door, they're not bringing anyone in. And the Amas one, Harry Amas cannot go out on loan as it stands. If Harry Amas goes out on loan as it stands, United are, is it before 9? I don't care. Are fucked. We're fucked. Luke Shaw showed the other day his deficiencies. We know that Luke Shaw's deficiencies lie in the left-back position. The fact that he cannot play 50 or 60 games a season. Now, we'd be dreaming getting that many games at the moment. It's getting worse. It's getting worse, chat. And then you've got Man United posting this. There's a reason our third shirt will look different in the Champions League. Well, we're only going to see it for 8 games at this moment, lads, because we haven't got anybody to wear the fucking thing. Shocking. Right then, so what's Wiseman said? Right, Carlos, you've put, we all know the initial influence Carrick's had overall, having won 11 of his 16 games in charge since taking over in January, gaining the most points of any team in that period. Since the day he assumed the role at Man United, only City have scored more goals, with the Reds managing 30. Fantastic. We've also registered the joint most shots on target, 2 with 90, sharing that accolade again with our crosstown rivals. And that's absolutely fine, Carlos. Look, fantastic. Carlos, this is proving what I'm saying. Michael Carrick has come into this team and he has performed miracles. There was a stage at one point last season where we looked at City and went, we might be able to catch them, you know. We might be able to catch them. But unfortunately, for all of the good work that Michael Carrick has done, he has been left to it when it comes to the other part of the departments. There's so many people that will do a good job out there and it goes unrecognised. The same will be for Michael Carrick. If Michael Carrick, when we get to Christmas, is in 7th or 8th, the vultures will start to draw in. They will start swirling around and they will be looking at him. Carlos, when you say it's a worse midfield, do you honestly think that we've replaced Casemiro? In fact, excuse me, let me put that as a poll. Have we replaced Casemiro? Have Manchester United replaced Casemiro? Casemiro. I probably spelt it wrong. It's been a long day. Have United replaced Casemiro? Yes or no? Yes or no? Have we replaced him? Because here's what I'm going to say on that. I'll read the comments out. Put your votes in. I'm going to tell you why I don't think we have. Akers says no straight away. Wahaha says we have only recruited stopgap midfielders. Gaza says nope. Marco says if Wilcox and Barada and Vivell are good at their jobs, I'm the Pope. I'm not putting this on Vivell. Vivell will go back to Bayern Munich next year because I think he's sick of this place. You haven't replaced his leadership, experience, or his ability. There we go, Soph. No one would raise our levels. No one that would raise our levels. I'm not saying we've replaced him, but I'm saying we have more options than last season. But, Carlos, this is why it's important, mate. Because when I said, have we replaced Casemiro, I'm not just talking in the CDM situation where he could once a week navigate being that buffer before the defence. We haven't replaced him going forward. We've got Harry Maguire, that's it, who is a legitimate threat from corners. The rest, last season, when you saw Sesko going up there, Harry Maguire going up there, Casemiro going up there, you knew that something was going to happen from it. It's why we scored so many goals. Manchester United have brought two very, very good players in. Tielemans, for me, fantastic. I am so happy with that signing. I don't even look at the performance on Saturday because I know that Tielemans is going to be an absolute superstar. Santos as well. I have been gassing Santos up for time. I've been telling you all, this guy's going to be okay. But he is not the 6 now. He will be in a couple of seasons. No threats from corners. Radcliffe, honestly. There's a reason I call him Ratcliffe. He's an absolute twat. Jacko says, experience and mentality, very tough to replace. Was great a lot last year, but not consistent every game. He wasn't, Jacko, but you knew that there was a goal, 9 goals he got in the Premier League. That's 1 every 4 games, practically. Try not to be a Luco here. Bloody hell, I've seen a ghost. I've seen a ghost, everyone. Kev, good to see you, mate. Hope you're well, bud. Wiseman says, this thing about no threat from corners, why are we so obsessed with set pieces? We should be scoring more from open plays. Absolutely agree with that, Carlos. But having the set pieces is something that you have to have in your back pocket. Or else what's the point in attacking them? What's the point in attacking them? Tielemans replaces his passing ability and Santos replaces some of his defensive work, but Casemiro's know-how was what made him so pivotal. Absolutely agree. At the moment, 92% of you have said, no, we have not replaced him. No, we haven't replaced him. Spot on. Spot on. 4 days till the Prem. If you don't know it by now, I think we already know the lineup against Hull. I think we got a pretty good gathering. Now, what I will do, just to quickly break this up a second, because I spoke to him on the phone before I come live. And I saw your comments. I thought, nah, it can't be that bad. So I saw this. What on earth is he thinking? Now I look at that and I go, Wolfie hates United, so I get why he's done it. Then I saw this. And he's got Forest in 3rd. I mean, what fucking hell? What do you think you're doing? I spoke to him on the phone and I went, and obviously the thing I respect about Wolfie is he goes, yeah, I said it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Unbelievable. 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 I'm going to try and say your name. If I get it wrong, I have to apologize. I'm going to say Cheek Noah Tara. I'm just going to call you Cheeky. With the way INEOS has destroyed OGC Nice from having a very good team to a bad team, now don't be surprised if they destroy a United team. I would love nothing more than to sit down with Sir Jim, right, and say, Sir Jim, no, put your Blockbusters card away. Sit down, right? No, stop spilling your tea. What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Because I think even Carlos, as much as we're having a debate here, no, we know you're not. We know you're not, Carlos. Don't worry. We absolutely know you're not. But this, and I'll bring it back up, this statement from Sully Talks that apparently we've done all the work on midfielders and it's a case of pulling the trigger. Like, I would understand that as logic if it was the 12th of July and you go, well, okay, now we're getting ready. But this is the 17th of August. If you're not so sure on the players you want to bring into this club, then you won't do it. And do you know, I'm going to be honest with you, it would not surprise me one little bit if Manchester United only bring one person in. It wouldn't surprise me one little bit. And it wouldn't surprise me then if you had Richard Wilcox saying, Jason Wilcox made a name up there. Jason Wilcox, wouldn't surprise me if you had him coming out and saying, well, we looked at players, but fundamentally it wasn't the right thing for us to do. The figures were all over the place. It's going from bad to worse. Like, it's going from bad to worse. And the problem we've got here is, how the hell do they expect us to compete on all four fronts? Mark says, Coventry slapped down 28 million on Taiwo. Oh, dearie me. Well done on completing your first day back at school, Hamcham. You absolute legend. Oh, Christ. Richard Rios was one we turned down last season. Should have gone and got him, absolutely. Gazan says, as much as I hate Ratcliffe, Bessos is a despicable human being. Regular on... Yeah, he's an absolute... in good company where he's going, isn't he? The Big Dog says, I believe INEOS are there just to get the regeneration project started through the government and also asset stripping the club, taking as much money out of the club before selling. I tell you something right now, and I mean this, good luck to Sir Jim, good luck to Jason Wilcox, and good luck to Barada trying to rock up against Ipswich if we don't do anything. Good luck. I want everyone to hurl as much abuse as they can at them, because this promise last season, and it's almost like, I tell you what, I am the world's best. Mrs. Robinson will tell you, I'm the world's best at saying, Mrs. Robinson will say, the lawn needs doing. And I'll go, yeah, I'll do it at the weekend. This will be Monday. I'll think, well, I've got, 5 days to get it done. It's sound. And I get to the weekend and I go, I ain't doing that. I can't be bothered. That is exactly how it is playing out with Manchester United and their transfers. At the start of the transfer window, we had the whole squad saying, yeah, don't worry, we are going for the players. We only go for the players who want to come to Manchester United. And it's fallen flat on its face. It's fallen flat on its face. And now, my worry is players like Santos, like Tielemans, they will be the ones that get the brunt of this bad decision of a transfer. And also, Marcus Rashford will be the one that will get the brunt of it as well. If we don't start well, it has to be at the ownership. We can't keep doing this dance. And I'm going to say something now as well. I'll say this, and I mean this 100%. I don't care if Manchester United go out there and buy 4 players now. I genuinely don't. It will not discredit what this absolute nightmare of a transfer window has been for Manchester United. Because if these players were available up until when we're signing them weeks ago, why the fuck didn't we go and get them done now? Why didn't we get them in for the pre-season? Why didn't we get them in so Carrick could work with them? I'm telling you, they are tying his arms up behind his back and asking him to go swim the channel. Kicking will only get you so far. By the way, if you haven't already, hit the like button. It helps the channel a lot. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button. We are 50 away from hitting the 2K. That is incredible. Incredible. For us to hit 2K in just over a year is madness. And it is down to all the work that you guys put in by commenting and by getting involved. So it's all down to you. This is the reason this channel's growing like it is. But make sure you're hitting the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the like button. We've got a busy week as well this week. So Wednesday we've got, I haven't heard of Pete yet. I think he's annoyed with me. But we've got GBU, the good, the bad, and the ugly with Wolfie and Pete on Wednesday. On Thursday, we are going to be having a panel show. I think it's good to get the opinions of some other United fans, not just myself, because some things you'll agree with me. Some things you might be thinking, Dan, stop talking out your ass. That's Thursday. Friday, we will have the preview for Hull. And then Saturday at 12:30, it's time for the big boys. Woo-wee! Robbo says, not going to lie, I have us finishing 7th as well, but that can change if they are active in the transfer market. Marky says, Dan, he ain't no United fan, that's for sure. 4 weeks ago, Rio Ferdinand said on his podcast, Romano said we've signed Kone. Do you know something? And this is where I've got to be honest. Mark Goldbridge, they need to hold him accountable as well, because he come on, was it last week, and went, big news, we are close to signing Kone. No, stop peddling the bullshit. Manchester United fans now, unfortunately, because of the way the club work, we will only believe it now when they're stood there holding the shirt up. That's the only time that we can truly believe that Manchester United are getting a deal done, because we have had a season of we're interested, we're having a look, we're going to look, we're still having a look, they want too much money, off we go. That's been the whole thing. MUFC says, geez, another day of happy, positive, glass half full reds in the chat. I'd hate to be some of you, lol. Lot. Always miserable and stressed. We're not miserable. MUFC, honestly, we're not miserable. What this is, I tell you what this is realism and panic. I am absolutely panicking now, not because of the Premier League. If we were going into the Premier League again with one game a week and the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, I'd be fine. I'd be chilling. Champions League, you need more players. Need more players. Don't mention Agate. Fucking hell. No way Casemiro, Agate, Delic, Shaw are out, and they think the 2 signings are enough. Charlie Baby says, yeah, he is going to be good. Charlie Baby, I agree with you. No one should even be bothering to blame Santos. Santos is going to be quality. Robbo says, we're no further forward, Dan. The squad isn't stronger unless you're looking at it with rose-tinted glasses. Elton John glasses, they are, my dudes. Jace, good to see you, mate. I'll tell you what the crack is. No fucking players. Gaza says, Rashford is talented, but he honestly doesn't need much encouragement to down tools, let's be honest. Yes, but Gaza, we're going to need to back him. We have to back him. I thought he was okay. I thought Rashford was okay on Saturday. There was a moment where he chased the ball down and won the ball back. And I was like, if he'd have left that, we'd have all been going, oh, same old Rashford. He looked like he was up for it. You got to remember, for Rashford, he hasn't been here for nearly 2 years. So reintegrating back into a squad that's completely changed, it's going to be difficult. It is. But I'm backing him. We have to. Who else is there? The owners do this to us because they know us United fans are weak and won't do anything like real protests, so they just take the piss, absolutely. Marky baby, that's a statement, that is. That is a statement. And Jarl, I agree with this, by the way. I think Vivell is checking out as well. Vivell has put so many players forward for Manchester United to go out there and get done. And here's the situation. Vivell speaks to Wilcox, and Wilcox goes, I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Barada goes, they got to be the right player. We don't just bring random players in. He will go. Like, Vivell will go next season. And that will be a big loss for Manchester United. It will. It will. Has he been good? I'm sure he wasn't. No one was good in the Milan game. No one was good in the Milan game. Santos has been decent. Wahaha. He's been decent. He's been good. Yeah, I'd say for pre-season he's probably been a 6.5. Maybe I'd say a 6.5 out of 10, maybe a 7. And yes, make sure you hit. And yes, if you don't hit the like button and subscribe, then you get this. Said I loved you, but I lied. Bit of Michael Bolton for you on a Monday. Thank me later. We've signed 2 players much better than what we had last season, so the squad's stronger. It's not stronger. It's not stronger at the back. MUFC Enigma. It's not stronger at the back. We need a new left back. Ideally, we needed a new right back as well, to be honest. Wharton, we spoke about, haven't we? I mean, I think I've got something on Wharton, haven't I? Did I bring it up? Ben Jacobs reported that we were looking at Wharton, but again, we've been looking at Wharton. This is the thing. We can look at all these players, but unless we make a fucking decision in trying to sign them, it's pointless. It's like me rocking up at Babe Station and watching through the window, looking at something I can't have. Do you know what I mean? This is what United fans are doing. We are watching what we can't have. Don't mention Agate. Jesus Christ, Agate. That gives me makes me feel sick inside. Agate. Ugh. Wayne Rooney now Wazza, to be fair, has been going back at Goldbridge, which I like that. I'll back him down, just wanting to leave it all on the pitch. Gaza, there's no problem. I got no problem with you saying that. Same shit every time. We're not in the Champions League. We spend money to get back in then and don't do enough. Yep, I agree. Oh, yeah. Yes, make sure you're hitting the like button. I can see we've got 48 in here. So let's, where are we now? Yeah, let's hit 20. Try and get yourself, let's get it to 20, guys. It takes 2 seconds. What else do I want to talk about? Right, okay, so this is apparently who Manchester United now have set their sights on. So this is the one that's really starting to ramp up, and this is on David Raum. Now, I have not got an issue with David Raum. I haven't. But when we look at his age and we look at his profile, is he the man that's going to come in and take the place of Luke Shaw? Like, is that, which it is to me, a panic buy? Well, we've chased Hall the entire summer. Newcastle have told us no. We still haven't bid, but they've told us no. Right, let's go get Raum. Does he fit into Manchester United's team? If I bring this up a second, I want to just have a look at this. Ave Maria. So to be fair to him, last season, missed 1 game all season. The season before, he missed 17 games. But other than that, he's been pretty consistent with his injuries. That's good to see. United are getting more and more links with this lad. And the question is, and I'll put it in the chat because, you know, we got to ask the questions. Would you be happy? I can't even spell. With David Raum. Would you be happy with us signing this guy? David Raum, would you be happy? Yes or no? It screams to me a panic buy. It screams to me, much like Sander Berger, who I still think will be in for. It screams to me, we have looked, we have danced, we have begged, we have released things through the press that we're interested in these players. They've said no. Right, let's just go and get them in. The David Raum signing to me reminds me a lot of the Tellez deal. I don't know if you remember when we signed Tellez all those years ago. Get out boiling. Woo. It screams to me of that sort of signing. And there's no problem with that. Wahaha. You can absolutely take your time. You can absolutely take your time on that one. If you can forgive Rashford, you can forgive Goldbridge. Fucking hell. There's a lad who slept with my girlfriend when I was 17. I still haven't forgiven him. Trust me, when I have a grudge, I hold a grudge for life. Trust me. What else have we got? Heck, I haven't even written Dorgo off, and he's been dog shit for a season and a half. Fucking hell. Panic buy for Frankie de Jong on deadline day all over again. We won't get Frankie de Jong, but I see what you're saying. Hamcham says we have Amas and Hall at left back, Masrari, Yoro, or Dallo at right back. I'm really happy. We're not going to get Hall. I've given up that ghost. Iron Fists, good to see you, mate. He says, what do you think of Paulina? Yeah, he's a decent squad player, but I wouldn't have him at United. I watched him at Spurs last season. He can play in defence and midfield, but again, not the player that we should be going out there and getting. United shouldn't even be looking at these players, though. They just won't sign him. They won't sign him. Joe, good to see you, mate. I'd take David Raum for left back. He is at right back. He's at RB Leipzig and has a release clause of about 34 million. I agree. He's a cheap option to do, but I just don't think at the start of the season, look at it this way, Iron Fists, right? At the start of the season, if I'd said to you, right, Manchester United, they're going all out for David Raum at left back, would you sit there with what you knew was available and go, yeah, let's do that. We don't need anybody else. Hello. No. No, my love. Why are you dressed like Batman? We haven't got any towels in here. She don't believe me. The fact I stream in here every night. Every night I stream in here, and I. Oh, it's my shirt now. No, there's none. There's none. Babe, can you pick my shirt up, please? I iron that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Babe, there's no towels in here. I'm telling you, there's no towels. That's a tea towel. Fucking hell. What do you do, lads? What do you do? What do you do? Does anybody else's missus do that? Does anyone else's missus do that when you tell them it's not there and they still look because they just want to so bad prove you wrong? Honestly, man. Honestly. Going back to it, if I was to say to you at the start of the start of transfer window, David Raum's our guy, I guarantee that mostly everyone in this chat would say, "Nah, we want better. There's better options out there." It's the definition of we're just. And actually, I think Iron Fist, the statement says it, doesn't it? I'd take him. We'd all take him, but you want better. Legend, Anthony, good to see you, mate. Absolute legend. You've not missed much, mate. Just standard. Let's have a quick look. I'm game for a laugh. Let's check if anything's dropped in the last couple of minutes. It's always worth having a look, isn't it? Always worth having a look. Nope. Fucking mint. In this club, man. Jacko says, what ability? Sorry. Do you mean what about Alex Scott? Was on everyone. I think if he goes anywhere, he'll go Chelsea. I don't think he comes to United. Is this guy's a fullback? It looks like a poor man's version of DeMarco. J Red MUFC says we are leaving it way too late. Soon teams won't want to sell players because they won't have time to get a replacement in because we're always slow. I just genuinely don't know how we've have I missed insults. If there's any insults, let's calm that down, guys. Come on, throw your insults at INEOS. Let's not throw our insults at each other. The collective here is that we want Manchester United to do well. That is the collective. It has always been. That is the collective that we will always have in this chat. It is that we want Manchester United to do well. Sometimes we don't agree. Sometimes we agree. It is what it is. I'm leaving Tash in because God love her. She keeps coming, doesn't she? Bless her. I made some good food, bro. I'm not doing the food thing. Pizza. Question: Would anyone take Lewis for 100 million and Chouameni for 150? No, I wouldn't do that. I don't think anyone would do that. Ham-cham, come on. What else have we got? Coney's. No, I'm not even going to do that. I'm not even going to do that. I don't like to associate any. Don't like any association with any Rams, says Isaac. We know why. We know exactly why. If we got, do you know, at this point, it wouldn't surprise me if we were linked with Vardy. It really, really wouldn't surprise me. Tellus was class. He scored 15 times before we signed him. Tellus was too weak though for Manchester United. Tellus looked good in Europe, as so many players that we've had with Manchester United have always done. These players that come from European competition will come in. Premier League, they tend to struggle a little bit, but then in Europe, bang, that's where they're used to. So I didn't mind Tellus, but I don't think he was anything good. If the club buy him, then they have done their homework first. So far, they have not made any bad signings, says Anthony. I had a girlfriend at 14, mate. I was a player. I wasn't a player at all. Louis says, I'd be okay with David Raum, but my only question is if he's going to be Luke Shaw's replacement, it will be temporary. This is the thing, Raum's 28, 29. It doesn't make sense to go out there and bring a player. If he's 35 million euros... just add the fucking rest and go and bring in someone better. Yeah, release clause, absolutely. Release clause FC. Goretzka to be the midfielder on a free. No, we won't get Goretzka. Stop the money and the Glazers in United. This is the problem. We won't. Manchester United are far too big of a club to stop the money. They just won't. We will keep spending money. The fans will keep going. They'll keep buying the kits. They'll just keep doing it because, unfortunately, whether we like it or not, the INEOS know that we are all morons by that way. Joshua, good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. He says, I would take anyone to replace Shaw as long as they track back and defend and not be lazy. I don't think you can say that about Luke Shaw because he doesn't get fucking far enough up the pitch to track back and be lazy. It wasn't a domestic, don't worry. There is towels in there. There fucking isn't. There isn't. There is. I'll put my jumper over that. Whoops. Jacko says, if you were spending 34 million on someone, not Hall, I'd go back for Anthony Robinson. Similar price, but Premier League proven. Neither first choice. Trust issues. And I think United are going to do like a... United will. Manchester United, I've booked... I better not shout it because Mrs. Robinson doesn't know. I've booked deadline day off because I know it's going to be busy. It wouldn't surprise me if we only got one, but I know it's going to be busy. We are going to be linked with everyone. So I might even stream the whole fucking day. I might even start streaming from 12 o'clock at lunchtime right the way through to 11 o'clock because it's going to be a busy, busy deadline day. I can see it. Nice one, Isaac. Look at that. Straight in there. Straight in there. What else have we got here? I do want to catch up on some other things as well. Joe says, to be honest, I don't know much about this Raum lad, but I think we will get him because he's on the cheap. Absolutely. How's the vote going? It's 50-50 at the moment as to would you be happy with David Raum? Get your votes in. And I think I'm going to prove a point here. 19 likes, but 34 of you voted on that. There's 57 of you. Everybody, do me a favor. Just hit that like button. Let's see if we can get to 30 in the next 5 minutes. That would be incredible. And we are 49 away from hitting 2,000. Anybody remember who 49 was for Manchester United? Oh, dearie me. I'm in for a bit. Yeah, Danny boy, tell him. Tell him, lad. Tell him. Tell him. Subra's in the house. He says, hi, Dan and the OGs. We need more signings. Doesn't matter. It needs to be a big name. We need squad to fight for 4 competitions. Absolutely. In fact, I tell you what, let me get the David Raum one off. So 51% of you have said you would not be happy. So that's very, very 50-50. It's close. It's any Aluko maths close. Would you rather overpay on your top target, who is essential? Why am I talking like this? Or bring in 2 players for the same 2 players to make up for it? Or bring in 2 players instead, I'll put. Would you rather overpay on your top target, who is essential, or bring in 2 players instead? Overpay, 2 players. The caveat is 2 players, they are panic buys. Okay? They are panic buys. So what would you rather do? Would you rather overpay or bring in 2 panic buys? How are we doing with these likes? 26. We need 4 more for 30. Go on, you beautiful buggers. That's better. Iron Fist says, I mean, we also need to sign a centre-back. I don't know why United aren't giving much priority to it. Our defence is injury-prone. If we don't buy a left-footed defender, we might be cooked. Do you know something? I got to say this. I saw a short today from United Stand, and I saw Beth saying, we need a centre-back. This might be Heaven's season to step up. I've been saying all fucking summer that we should be starting Heaven. Don't nobody be jumping on that bandwagon now. Heaven is ready to start. Man looking very similar in my response is normally, well, if you already know, you have to look anyway. Just look and save the high blood pressure. Sell? No, Samuel, we're not selling Bruno. I saw the news that apparently Galatasaray were looking. That is absolutely nonsensical. Manchester United will not sell Bruno Fernandes. United Mandem, big up. He said, big up Dan and chat. People, let's get the likes up to a minimum of 50 and do subscribe if you haven't. Yes, I can see we've had 2 new subscribers so far tonight. So make sure you keep going. Make sure you keep going. I wouldn't be at all surprised if we end up with Raum and then grab Sanderberg from Fulham. Makes me laugh. Serious when not in the Champions League, but then when we are in the cheapest signings, absolutely. Absolutely. What else have we got here? It's criminal to overpay. Panic buying doesn't sort anything out and needs to replace them in 2 years, in a year or two. Fuck the fantasy football team. Fuck, I'll sort that. Fucking hell. Right, I'm on football's 12th man in 20 minutes. Once I've done that, let me do it. But I'd counter by saying if we overpaid them, then they turned out to be another Anthony, we'd be sat here saying they still failed the window anyway. That's the beauty of the question, Gaza, because the reason I've answered that question is simple. Manchester United are in between a rock and a hard place because whether they like it or lump it now, they are either going to have to overpay on a player that they want or panic buy and bring in 2 or 3 that they didn't want at the start of the window. That is where they are. That is where they are. Is Charlie Baby telling me off? I won't label a signing a panic buy. Sorry, that is negative before the player is at the club. We don't need to label these players as rubbish before they arrive. Do you know what I'm going to do to myself there? I'm going to boo. I am being negative, Charlie Baby. I get it, but unfortunately, that is where Manchester United are now. That is where we are. Whether we like it, whether we lump it, that is where we are. What else have we got I wanted to talk about quickly? Oh, yeah. Let's bring this one in. So this is what Andy Mitten said today. He said, I think Man United keep getting in a situation where players indicate they want to join the club and then selling clubs are reluctant to sell or the transfer fee goes way out of proportion or other clubs come in with a much higher wage offers. Now, I think only one of them is correct. I think one of those points I'd say is absolutely bang on. And that point is, I think it's the transfer fee. I don't think anyone's reluctant to sell. I think everybody has a premium. I think Manchester United need to get away from this, but he really wants to come. Fancy doing this a knockoff deal. Run it like a proper club, man. Because if we're not careful, regardless of his injury, I'm starting to lean back into the situation where I think this might be a deal that we end up doing at the end of the transfer window. I genuinely feel like this might be what we start to see. Now, there is reports that apparently 60 to 65 million is being considered, apparently. United, we know, have been tracking him for over a year. Newcastle have joined the race. My question is now, and Tash, if Tash is still here, this is where you get to laugh. Ben, have you set that up? If you've set that up, mate, send me a message, mate. Send me a message. Ben, I'll send you my number, actually. Make it easier. Good to see you, mate, by the way. Good to see you. The question is now, do we do it? What's Wahaha said? Wahaha's been on the vodka. Wahaha's been on the vodka. 74% of you are saying overpay, and I'm going to ask the question. In fact, well, tongue-in-cheek, because do you know something? We give Tash a bit of stick. We do give her a bit of stick, and I'm going to back her on this one. Will Tash be right all along? Will we sign Belabor? Will Tash be right all along? Will we sign Belabor? Yes or no? With how it's going now, I'd take Belabor. I think this has been INEOS' idea all along. I think it's been their plan all along. Tease us and tempt us with these fantastic signings for us to then get that desperate towards the end of the season that when we get Belabor, we'll go, thank fuck for that. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Nah, you should just listen to me better. If we do, I give up. I tell you what. If we do... Oh, I've got rid of the picture, haven't I? If we do, you will be seeing this from me. Where is it? Where is it? This will be me on the day that we sign it. It will be me. It's gonna. Where is it? It's gonna. It's gonna be me. That will be me if we sign Belabor. That will be me. I'm telling you. Oh my days. And you just see it happening, can't you? It's the same league I set up as last season. It auto-renewed. Did you set the league up last season, Ben? Fuck. I'm so lazy, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Watch us get Louis. We're getting Louis Page and we're getting Raum. That I think will happen. Hopefully, I do a little. I didn't even. Do you know what? I got that angry with it. I'd had enough of it. 58% of you are saying no. Tash will not be right all along. And I've put, will we sing Belabor? I tell you what I'm going to do, right? Because I've got a little bit of time before it starts. If that doesn't work, let me know, and I'll set it up before the 12th man pod. Yeah, I'll set it up before 12th man pod. Right, guys, what I want to leave you with tonight is simple. Am I being pessimistic? Am I wrong to believe that Manchester United have not only fluffed this up, they've completely fucked the whole situation? Are Manchester United in danger of putting Michael Carrick in a position where he is going to be climbing up a hill with roller skates on? Am I wrong? Am I right? It's up to you to decide. Get your comments in. As I said, this week we are going to be doing Wednesday, the good, the bad, and the ugly with myself, Wolfie, and Pete. And then on Thursday, we will be doing the Manchester United panel show. Friday, it will be the preview. And then Saturday is the game. The question is, I wonder if Kevin will even... Kevin! I wonder if he'll be around to watch a game. It's been 84 years. Let me know in the comments what you want me to... what you think about... Oh, God, sorry. Got a nice itch there. Let me know in the comments if you think Manchester United will go end up going and signing Belabor, as we've got 48% that have said we will there. If you were on it last season, you were automatically... Ben, you'll have to let me know if they are. I find the fucking, I'm so lazy. I'm so lazy. Right then, guys, enjoy your evenings. It's Tuesday tomorrow, the worst day of the week. Get through that and we can get through anything. As I said, plenty coming up this week. It's a busy one. The football is back. Saturday, 12:30, Manchester United against Hull. Surely it's not going to be as difficult as we'd... oh, God, now I'm starting to panic. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Right then, guys, enjoy your Monday evening. I'm going over to Football's 12th Man, where I think I'm going to be coming under a lot of pressure tonight. But you know what? Who gives a fuck? Enjoy yourselves. Dan United out. And as remember as always, pain is temporary. Class is permanent.